What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Reviews, we're going to take a look at a new, well, not super new, but a new figure to me, at least. And it is the Black Panther figure from the Marvel Legends line from good old Hasbro. And I've just very recently gotten into these figures, but the main reason I grabbed good old Black Panther here, because I just saw a Black Panther movie, and at the time of filming this, they were on sale at Walgreens for $12.99 versus their normal $19.99 sale. So, yay! Went ahead and got this. Plus, dude, the Black Panther movie was awesome. So it really drove me to go ahead and get this. So you got Black Panther right here in his little plastic prison. Looks like you got a couple extra hands and two heads. Disturbing. But of course, this is a Build-A-Figure. You get Okoye. And Okoye was really, really awesome in the movie, also known as Michonne from The Walking Dead. I cannot remember for the life of me the actress's actual name, but I really do like her. She's actually very, very good, and she's always a badass, so I can appreciate that. You also got a spare head right there that sort of looks like Chadwick Boseman. We'll look at it up close, so. But you turn around here, and you've got Black Panther right there, coming out of the trees. Come to the back, and you've got a Rita up here. And see if I can go up a little bit. Hey, I actually went up. Alright, it says, Warrior and Defender of Wakanda. T'Challa is the hero of legend Black Panther. And you got a nice image right there. So that is a very unfortunate waist cut right there. It looks like it's just been cut in half. Well, the actual figure doesn't look like that. But you got Build-A-Figure Okoye, and you've got her right there completed. And you've got Black Panther, Eric Killmonger, Marvel's Nakia, Marvel's Black Bolt, Submariner, and Iron Man. All of those, at least these five here, do contain all the parts to make Okoye. Now, due to not wanting to have to actually purchase all of these things, I do believe that unboxing art is going to help me out. He had a couple extra bits and pieces here and there. I might have to get Nakia just because, but I have no interest in having these guys. Though I think he might be sending me a spare Iron Man he got that was damaged to some degree. But I'm going to go ahead and get this guy open, because this is my first Marvel Legends figure to take a look at. So, yoink. So here we have Black Panther out of his packaging, and very, very stealthy. I don't know what it seems that I've gotten a decent amount of black figures lately, and definitely one of the hardest things to film. Got a little tab hanging off of here, so sorry about that, and just wanted to mess with that. But so far, this thing is actually very, very cool. I really like the details. We'll look at that up close in a second. First and foremost, let's look at some accessories. So you've got a couple little punchy hands. Very nicely done. See if I can zoom in on it. There we go. And just nicely molded, matches in. Though I wish I could have had like maybe a tiny bit of silver paint or something. Each one of these has a tiny little disc hinge. Now, replacing these, I have not done yet, so this ought to be interesting. I assume you can just pull it out like the form, probably a softer plastic. Oh, geez, that's scary. Yep, and you just plug the other one back in. Yeah, once it's out, it's actually not a big deal. So you can replace it like so, but I'm going to take a close look at the regular hands. The nice clawing, or I'm going to get you hands. Like so, silver nails on there. Looks really good. Nice molded detail on the palms. That's pretty cool. Set that aside for a second. And now we've got a couple of heads. Now this is Okoye's head, of course, and you got the nice tribal tattoos all across the top of her head. Nice shaved head. Actually a decent likeness. Though I gotta wonder if they pulled that from their Michonne figure. I wouldn't put it past them. Actually, the lips and everything are shaded very nicely. The eyes are done well. The eyebrows are painted on nice. The mold is actually very nice. Though it is really strange to be holding a tiny human head in my hands. It feels a little bit weird. Even the ears are molded fairly exceptionally well. And it is just a ball peg mount for that. You also have the actual Black Panther head. But this, to me, doesn't look like Chadwick Boseman. Doesn't even get the skin tone quite right. He's a bit darker than this, if I had to guess. And, I mean, they got this widow's peak in there, not bad. I mean, the shading for the beard is pretty good, but I think the likeness is not quite there. And you can swap out the heads by just coming up here and yoinking that off, too. Ah! It just got a little ball head. So you can snap that back on. Snap that back on. First Marvel figure, guys. Give me a second. It's a soft-ish plastic. It takes a little bit of maneuvering. Come on. Come on. Cooperate there. Now, with the unhelmeted head, I feel like the proportions might be slightly off. Like, the neck seems exceedingly long. Or is it? Yeah, definitely. Definitely exceedingly long there. And it gets really awkward when you start repositioning the head on the neck joint there. So, I mean, it's kind of what it is. But with that, you actually have the ability... I'm trying to get his arm to come down. There we go. You can have him holding his Black Panther helmet, which is kind of the whole point of doing it this way. Maybe I can just get it. Come on. Hold your helmet, T'Challa. Come on. There we go. I gotta get his feet to stay on there. So, like I said, I don't think it looks like Black Panther at all from the movies. I think that just doesn't work. But, you know, it is what it is. But then you can also have the part of the movie that went completely wrong for everybody. So, okay, that never happened. But, you know, very disturbing of having all the human heads. So, it is what it is. Now, the actual figure does look very nice. The molded detail is done very well. But, you know, of course, leave it to Marvel. So, all the nice detailing throughout the suit there. I mean, moves a little bit in it being all black, but you guys can see it in a reflection there. Now, if this was a little bit closer, really, it should have some silver detailing through here. Like, they did good up here on the necklace with the claws. They're pretty good. Now, I do believe this is meant to be the first suit that he wore. Like the one we saw in Civil War and the one we see at the beginning of the movie. This is not the vibranium charging version. Which, also not to be confused with the Walmart variant. Or Walmart Special Edition that has a vibranium suit. That one is pretty cool, though, I will say. But I like the details. You got some more silver down here. Looks like some more claws. Just a ton of molded detail throughout the body. The necklace goes all the way around like it should. More detail down here. I thought it was that might be sloppy paint, but it might be how it's actually molded into. All the way down to the feet. Those claws actually will, they're not sharp, but they will, you know, they'll hold on to you for a second. You just had like the side of my thumb. And then you got all this. And you got super tight. Like it looks, now what I don't, this is weird. So you've got a textured feel for sure on the thigh. You can see the light difference. Whereas this is fairly well smooth or a slightly different texture. So they changed the plastics a little bit from here to here. So this is shinier, this is more textured. All the way down the leg is a lot more textured, even down to the feet. Which I guess, to me, they could have painted the toes with some silver. They do look more like shoes. the sneakers. The sneakers that he has in the movie. But I think he looks pretty good for what he is, to be honest. But that face sculpt is what's super important. Yeah, so you get the cat ears, of course. You do get all that nice sculpted detail, the silver lining all the way through it, the white eyes. Man, it just looks good. Not gonna lie. Now, for articulation, pretty simple. Head is on a ball peg, so you can turn it all the way around. But you also have the disc hinge, so he can look up and have one ridiculous Adam's apple. Or he can look down and have kind of a somewhat broken neck, although it's not terrible, I guess. The shoulders, you have a butterfly joint right here, so you can really rotate the arms back or forward, like so. You have disc hinge shoulders with a ratchet. This one's super tight. And you have bicep rotation, looks pretty good, doesn't break the sculpt up. You got double jointed elbows, although the first joint is almost pointless, it looks like. Yeah, this one, it's not a big joint, but he can definitely move his arms So he's going to claw his own face off. If you really want to, we can rotate everybody around and give him a nice high teacher. Or high T'Challa, as it were. Yes? Oh, I like that. You got to mold it in R so you know that's the right arm. Nice. Come down to the wrist. It does rotate, of course. We already saw this. You got the disc for that. So you can really claw at you like meow. Meow. I'm a kitty. Okay. He does have nice ab crunch. That's ridiculous, like break the sculpt. If you're looking from the front, not too bad. There is about where you're really going to want to do it. Out to there, I guess it's not bad if you really want to give him a arched running kitty pose. Like, you know, basically just leave him. You do get the rotation, although it is ratcheted, a little weird. But that happens. No, just no. You got ball joint mounted hips, pretty good. Maybe you can only do splits out to there, but he can kick very nicely front to back. Got the thigh cut out, as we've already seen, so it does break the sculpt, not to mention the fact that the sculpt is different from here to here. So not too bad. Double jointed knee, get you to there. You got ankle rocker pivot right there, along with disc hinge that's ratcheted for toe pointing purposes. So all in all, really not bad. I kind of wish he had some more like relaxed hands, but the fist hand, stuff like that, are pretty good. And there he is in just a final pose. Now we can bring in, I guess, Wally, so you can see the size difference. So he's in the 6-inch range. So, Wally, this is the king of Wakanda. Maybe you're made out of vibranium. Maybe Wally's made of vibranium. I don't know. I'll explain why he's so durable. And here he is with a Power Rangers Legacy figure. You can see Legacy line is quite a bit taller than the Marvel Legends. But now that Hasbro has picked up the thing from Power Rangers, maybe these guys will shrink a little bit. And another Hasbro figure. You get Star Wars Black Series Angry Ghost Obi-Wan. Looks like he's about to pop Black Panther in the head. Though I wonder if you could swap. You probably could. You could probably swap on an Alec Guinness head onto there, but who knows. Now here he is for my Gundam audience. There he is next to an HG Barbatos Lupus. So at full standing straight up and down, he would be definitely taller than the King of Wolves. So you got the King of Wakanda with the King of Wolves. So I think he's pretty good. And then just finally for another comparison, because I love these little guys. Here he is next to the Ghost Dog.
Hey guys, I don't actually know what happened to the end of this review. It just seems to have completely disappeared. So this is just the end footage. I'm just playing with the figure. But I want to thank my patrons as usual. You guys are great. And just remember, as always, to keep on nerding.